Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the third place game here at the conference tournament at the TJ Fulon Fieldhouse here in Park Hills. I am Drew Toombs along with Troy Johnson. And Troy, what do you expect for this game here?
I expect the Dragons to really come out strong this game. You know, they just played a game against Farmington, and they came out really flat. Really, you could tell they wanted to win, but they just didn't have any play behind it or any strength behind it. I really expect them to win this game. I think it'll be a good game, a close game, as it's the third place game. These are the four best teams in the conference, but I expect it to be a really close game, and I expect the Dragons to come out on top in this one.
Yeah, hopefully they come out on top. And I heard that earlier in the season, I think that the AV Tigers came out on top when they played St. Genevieve the first time, or maybe it was close and St. Gen won in the third set. I'm not entirely sure. But I believe that this will be a really close game for both teams going into it.
Yeah, they played in a tournament, and in tournaments you only play 2 sets, and they split the 2 sets. So no one won, no one lost. It was in a tournament.
Okay, I understand that now.
Yeah, I believe it was in their first tournament of the year. But the first game, you know, we saw a lot from the Dragons. They were down 18-12 against Farmington. The second set came all the way back, but Farmington ended up winning in 2 sets. The first set was 25-19. The second set was 27-25.
Yeah. What are the key players that you think, Troy, will kind of make a difference in this game today?
For the Dragons tonight, you look at number 3, Madison Reynolds, big hitter, captain on the outside. You look at, where is she? Number 12, Darren Brown, the libero, you know, holding down the back row. The key to win this game for the Dragons is the back row passing and communication back there, as there was a lot of balls that dropped by people looking at each other and other things in the first game. So you have to base the success on the Dragons on how far Madison Reynolds and Darren Brown can carry them.
Yeah, and in the first game, I heard that there was a lot of miscommunication, like you said, and then in the second set they started kind of getting their groove, but I heard Jessica Hess take an interview with one of the radio stations, and she just said it was a little too late, and Farmington came out on top.
Yeah, if we played like that at the end of the second set or the end of the first set, I mean, I definitely think the Dragons would have came out on top. You know, they beat Farmington not too long ago to clinch regular season conference champs, and that was just their night. Farmington, you know, they didn't really come to play that night, just expected to beat St. Gen, and that was kind of the case of what happened with St. Gen tonight.
Yeah, and you're kind of looking at St. Gen warming up here, and Sam Baumgartner is over there setting, and when she gets those hitters in the middle there, middle hitter, she kind of short sets them a lot.
Yeah, that's definitely something you really see a lot is a quick one like that to Avery Reed. It's just to throw the defense off a little bit because, you know, a lot of times guys and girls is different. A lot of time in guys you'll see 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 every time. And for guys you'll throw in a 2 to get the defense off balance. And for girls you see a lot of 2s, a lot of 3s, a lot of slides, stuff like that. So you just kind of throw the 1 in there to speed the defense up, get them off their heels a little bit.
Gotcha. And as we're about to start the game here, you see kind of St. Gen coming out on their heels a little bit from Farmington winning. Maybe they come out here and take it to North County, or not North County, Arcadia Valley, and see how they react to it.
Right, yeah, definitely. Like I said earlier, I definitely think the Dragons are going to come out with kind of bloodthirsty. You know, they have a little bit of history with AV earlier in the year, splitting a game with them in a tournament. But especially after that loss, you know, the girls are going to be a little frustrated, a little wanting to win, hungry for a win.
Yeah. So as we're seeing some of these serves here, I haven't really seen anyone that hasn't gone to the jump serve. They've all really jump served a lot. What are your thoughts on that?
A jump serve, you know, it's a really difficult serve to pull off. You know, you got to throw the ball up, you got to stay behind it. You see Jennifer Humboldt doing one there. That one was a pretty good jump serve. Not the fastest jump serve, just kind of like a change up. But it's very difficult. It's not just one thing like a step and throw serve or like even an underhand serve. Those are just one thing you have to worry about. But with a jump serve, you got to worry about a good toss. You got to worry about the ball getting the right spin. You got to worry about hitting it hard enough. You got to worry about getting it over the net. And then most of all, you have to stay behind the ball. It's just like hitting off a set, but serving.
Yeah, and I heard that there was a couple service errors on St. Genevieve's part and Farmington's part for that matter. What do you think about that in the first game and coming into the second game?
I think the service errors in the first game between St. John and Farmington, they didn't really take too much of an effect on the game, you know, like 1 or 2 points here. But in the first set, you know, couldn't really do anything about that. Second set, you definitely could have. But mostly in the first and second set, it was just the Dragons being flat on their toes, not ready to play.
Yeah, I understand that. And now we will go down to the floor and get the starting lineups for both teams here, as Arcadia Valley has number 10.
Number 30, the libero.
Number 1.
We would say names, but we don't have the roster with us.
Yes, please. Note. Number, I can't see. That is 18. And then
Number 13.
13.
And number 4.
And number 2.
For the Dragons, you know, it's going to be pretty much the same starters it's been all year long.
Yeah.
You got number 1, Jennifer Humboldt, an outside. Number 3, Madison Reynolds, the captain on the outside. Excuse me.
Libero, Darren Brown.
Number 12, Darren Brown, going to be a big player. Number 14, the setter, Drew Lomandier. Number 16, middle hitter, Avery Reed. Number 22, middle hitter, Courtney Dunsey. And finally, number 34, setter, Sam Baumgartner. An advantage for the Dragons, they run that 6-2 offense with 6 people on the floor, 2 of them being setters. You have 5 hitters, really, with one of the other setters that you can utilize them as a hitter, as you see with Drew Lomandier in the back row and Sam Baumgartner playing right side.
Yeah, I was actually just about to ask you about that 6-2 offense that they run. I think that their defense really needs – I think they need to step up more than what they did against Farmington. I wasn't here for the game, but just from what you've been saying, they had a lot of mistakes, and I think that they need to clean those up. And if they clean those up, they should be a really good game.
Right. The game for Farmington, it's not on YouTube yet. We were having some technical difficulties. We didn't really get through the game until about halfway through the second set. So on my behalf and St. John's behalf, I'm going to apologize for that. But so yeah, that game will be up later tonight. But we are live here at Park Hills Central High School. This is also where the district tournament will be played. For those of you that want to come or tune in, we will be broadcasting the district tournament.
Yes, sir.
As the Dragons are the number 2 seed for that. Number 1 seed is the Windsor Owls.
Windsor?
Windsor Owls. Are
they state ranked still? They were at the beginning of the year.
They are state ranked still, I believe. The last time I looked, they were number 3 in the state for Class 3.
All right.
So definitely some competition there for the Dragons. They played Windsor earlier in the year, and I believe they fell 25-21, 25-22. Yeah, it was definitely a close game.
Very close games for both teams, but Windsor is the going to be a harder opponent than what we have in this conference tournament.
Yeah, I mean, to me, just seeing them play a few games this year, they are definitely the favorite to win.
Yeah.
Districts. Being the 1 seed, they're definitely the powerhouse in our district.
Yes, they are.
So the down ref will be checking lineups right now, and it looks like both lineups are good. Both the liberos will come in. There's number 12, Darren Brown for the Dragons, and number 12 for...
That's 30.
For Arcadia Valley.
30.
Oh, 30. My bad. What did I say, 12?
Yeah.
Whoops. 12 is Darren.
We have Damian Kiefer going to get us a roster, so hopefully we'll get you some names with those, Arcadia Valley.
A serve by Humboldt. It is off to the outside. Played up. Good coverage on the net by Madison Reynolds. The ball will go right back to her. That is blocked. Good defense by Humboldt. Over to Baumgartner. They will set Dunsey in the middle. A little bit of a tape shot. That is joust at the net. The swing. That is in. Arcadia Valley will get the first point of the game.
And Arcadia Valley draws first blood here at the third place game of this conference tournament.
The Tigers are definitely hungry too, winning. I believe they won their first 2 games of the tournament. I'm not sure, but they lost to Valley in the first game of tonight. There are 4 total games tonight. Your championship game will be Valley Catholic against the Farmington Knights.
As Drew hits it over, but out.
Oh. And, oh. It is Arcadia Valley's point. It looked like the down ref wanted it to be in, but the up ref has discretion, has the call. And that serve will be short. So kind of a little thing, a ball doesn't lie there, I guess.
Yeah, and that's the first service error we've seen in this game. Hopefully St. John doesn't have very many service errors, as they have one of their best servers, Drew Lomandier, back there to serve.
Right, and it is up by the Tigers. Free ball sent over to Brown. Good pass out to Reynolds. Reynolds blocked. Comes back down. Baumgartner on the swing.
Yes.
It is blocked, but they did not penetrate over the net quite enough. 2-2 now. The Dragons tie it up.
Drew Lomandier back to serve again. I think she has like a 90, I don't know what it was, but a 90-something, over 90% serve rate. I couldn't think of it.
Yeah, 96.6% of her serves land inbounds.
And that's out. out on Farmington, and it's 3-2 St. Genevieve.
Farmington, this is Arcadia Valley.
Arcadia Valley, I'm sorry. Jeez, why did I say Farmington?
Yeah, Drew Lamandier, definitely one of the better servers on the team. You have Drew Lamandier.
As that's in the net.
As soon as we're talking about it. All right, let's not talk about that anymore.
Let's not. I always jinx it.
That's all right.
If you tune into the games that I'm doing and I talk about service errors, we have a service error.
Pass a little tight to the net. It's blocked. Great coverage. That ball is out. Great coverage there by Drew Lamandier off the block. Definitely a hard thing to do is get low, but being Drew's size, not picking on her here, being Drew's size is a little easier to get down. So now Brown with the serve. Something the Dragons haven't really gone with all year. You usually see the two middles, Dunsey and Reed, serving.
Yeah.
But Dunsey will not be serving here tonight. Out to Reynolds. Yes.
And like you said on that point earlier, Darren Brown only started serving at the end part of this year. I think when we did the Fox game, she only had about 12 serves on the year. So now she's really starting to come along and serving, and you see her serving here again for St. Genevieve.
Yeah, Darren Brown, not too many serves. She has looked like 126 serves up until tonight, and looks like 7 service errors. Shows she is definitely one of the better servers on the team too, with a 94 serving percentage. So now 5-4 the Dragons here. Dragons still with a little bit of a lead, but it will be number 13. We're still waiting on that roster to get names.
Yes, sir.
For Arcadia Valley. And the serve. Just a little float serve with some spin. Lamandier. Back to Reynolds. No. What a good dig. A two-handed tip. Humboldt. The pass. Oh, and Reed hits it into the net.
Right into the net.
That was a big part of the last game, was hitting errors.
Yeah.
Not quite service errors, but just hitting errors. You know, a lot of hitting errors on the Dragons' part, you know, whether it be into the net or out of bounds. Just not the sharpest of play that we've seen the Dragons play all year.
That was a good play by the libero of Arcadia Valley.
Tip. Oh, good play by Reynolds. She'll send a free ball over. To the outside. Oh, to the middle. Looked like she tried to go outside, just couldn't get there. And a 2 into the net again. This is exactly what we're talking about. The hitting errors are going to be a big part of this game for the Dragons if they want to win.
Yeah, that's already, I believe, three hitting errors. 2 on Avery Reed right there. And as St. Gen is down a point now.
Yeah.
As it's over, and Jennifer will receive it to Drew. Maddie, yes. Point, no.
No, it hit the antenna. Hit the antenna on the set, just the very bottom part of that. Any part of the antenna is hit, it is automatically out.
Okay.
And we were talking about Avery Reed and her attacking this year. She actually has the best hitting percentage on the team at .271 out of 1,000. It's like a batting average almost.
Okay.
So that means 27% of the time she is set, she has a kill.
That's pretty good.
That's blocked, but still up.
As they
free ball sent over by Baumgartner. Set to the outside. That ball is out.
St. Gen's point, as they have broken the streak of Arcadia Valley getting 3 or 4 in a row right there.
So now it'll be number 3, Madison Reynolds, back to serve.
Received by Arcadia Valley. They're going to have to send,
Oh, that was a little bit of a janky. That was weird.
I don't know about that. That was.
Just tried to tuck it inside the antenna there. The set was a little off, and it looks like Reed got a hand on it, but they just couldn't control that one all the way through.
Number 4 is back to serve for Arcadia Valley. Again, we do not have a roster. I don't know what happened to Damien. I guess he got lost or something. But
it's up, off the hands. Got to send it over. Reed with the free ball. Arcadia Valley to the middle. That is a high 2. Very, very high 2. Reynolds with the pursuit. Gets it. Baumgartner's going to have to hook it, and she does. Set to the outside.
Good play by Madison Reynolds.
Yeah, definitely a good play, and Darren Brown was there too.
Tip.
And a tip, maybe? And a tip is called. That is Coach McDaniel down there line judging for St. Gen. It looked like the down ref didn't really see the tip.
I mean, I kind of saw tip up here, but again, it's not my call. It's those down there. And looks like we got
number 13, Rachel Bowman.
Yeah, Rachel Bowman. She's a sophomore, another sophomore on this team. Just pulled up from JV, very end of the season.
Ooh.
And she sends it out.
And, you know, you don't see the drag. Yeah, she's going to be a serving specialist tonight for Sam Baumgartner. All day, Sam was walking around with an ice pack and an E-stem, an electrode stem on her shoulder all day, complaining of some rotator cuff pain. And that is a very, like, can be a troubling injury for volleyball players, as you know.
Wow.
You know, you use your shoulders a lot. Being a setter, you got to get your arms above your head, raising that shoulder. And Sam even hits sometimes, so that's.
As that is an ace for the libero of Arcadia Valley. Received by Madison Reynolds. And they will just send a free ball over.
Could have been a back row attack. It looked like she came off the ground a little bit there.
Good play by Madison Reynolds to keep that up.
Humboldt, oh, great pass. And that hits the scoreboard. That ball is in, and the Dragons are falling into this hole just like they did last game. You see some of the body language from the Dragons. It looks like they're getting tired of getting in these holds.
Yeah, and just to bring up another point, you played volleyball over at Rockwood Summit, didn't you?
I did, and I played 2 years of high school and then 1 year of club.
Yeah. What was your shoulder injury that you had? You keep telling me that you've had this shoulder injury. I mean, what kind of was it?
Yeah, basically what it was is I was a middle hitter. I didn't really play back row a lot. I played JV, swung up varsity, and basically what it was is I got set 4 times more than any other kid on the team, and it just got tired, and you know I didn't take the best care of it that I should have.
Gotcha. As St. Genevieve and
good pass by
Valley
Brown.
are having a really good rally here.
Out to Humboldt. Someone was in the net.
Into the net, I believe.
I'm going to call Humboldt on that. So now a timeout called by Coach Jessica Hess as Arcadia Valley has been on a run here. Very streaky season for the Dragons in games so far.
Yeah, they haven't been very consistent as a team. I think they went on a run where they won 5 in a row, but then they came back and lost 3 in a row.
Right.
So they haven't been very consistent as a team this year, and they just need to regroup and come up with a win right here.
Yeah, and the streakiness, you know, they can go on a run of 8 or 9 straight points, but they can also give up a run of 4 or 5 straight points, just like they've done here. And like they did against Farmington, they scored probably 6 or 7 straight points against Farmington to get back in the game.
Yeah.
But then, like you see here, what is that, like 5 straight points, or
I believe
7
like
of the last 9 points have been scored by Arcadia Valley. It's just communication, and there's a rotation that the Dragons have. It's the one they're in, actually, where the serve-receive rotation just isn't the greatest, and they usually get stuck in it a lot. You don't see Allie Grass playing back row too often.
Yeah, she's more of kind of the front row, kind of staying.
Yeah, she's more of a front row player for sure. There's a great dig there by Arcadia Valley off the partial block. That ball is hit out. And now the Dragons will get back in their groove of things.
Yeah, kind of hard to go up and hit that up. At least you have to get your hand over the ball more so that it would go down. That one she got a little under it, and it went out.
Right, you don't want to hit the ball right in the middle. You don't want to get under it.
Good block.
Good block, and that ball will fall. That is Courtney Dunsey and Jennifer Humboldt, I believe, on the block. Courtney Dunsey has been a wall, as you see the Spirit crowd cheering that. She's been a wall all year for the Dragons.
And I can count 2 or 3 times where she just blocks it 3 times, 4 times in a row during 1 point.
St. John top 10. She gets another finger on that, it looked like. The ball definitely changed spin. Humboldt. Oh, it's
Kinda
played
had
up.
to time her jump there a little bit later than what she wanted to.
Gets another finger on it.
Ooh.
Oh, and it is the Dragons' point. Looks like both sides could have been called in the net there.
Courtney Dunsey was in the net for St. John, and then I think number 10 or number 0 was in the net for
Arcadia Valley.
I don't know if there is a number 0. I believe it's just number 10.
As that is out of bounds. Right side tried to go line there. Now the Dragons, just like I'm talking about, going on a run here.
I believe that's 3 or 4 points right in a row that they've gone. But then again, Arcadia Valley had 6 points just before that right in a row where they got points.
Right. Good serve by Reed. Just a little tape shot. Oh, what a play. What a save. Or an attempted save by Arcadia Valley. As you see the setter really going after that. Just couldn't hook it quite enough over her head.
That was really good hustle by St. John. And this is kind of like a weird setup that I've seen Arcadia Valley, and they have 1 player up front and 5 players in the back row to receive serves.
Good block, yeah. Arcadia Valley, it looks like they're having a little trouble with the whole passing thing.
Yeah. Hooks it inside the antenna like you have to. Like
to the outside. Roll shot and right into the donut. The donut is referred to as just like that big hole area.
Yeah.
Like the center of a donut. You have people on the outside, but that middle is just wide open.
Yeah.
Good read there by the Arcadia Valley hitter. Is now the serve. Brown gets it up. Dunsey. Oh, what a play on both sides. Dunsey again.
Oh my
It is
Lord.
still up. What defense here
Wow.
by Arcadia Valley. Dunsey again there, and she
sets it down.
finally finishes it there.
She was set 3 times right there. Great plays on both Arcadia Valley and St. Genevieve's part there, as St. Gen does come up with that point. I believe that's 4 or 5 in a row right now for St. Genevieve.
4 of the past 5, or 5 of the past 6 have been scored by St.
Good
Gen.
serve by Jennifer Humboldt.
Oh, good pass. A little bit of an overpass. Tipped over. Should be an easy point for the Dragons here. Out to Reynolds. Roll shot. Played up. Middle. Oh, no one covering the net.
I think Courtney Dunsey got another finger on that like we've been talking about, but just couldn't keep it over on Arcadia Valley's side, and they will get a point.
Yeah, it just went off the outside of her hand, it looked like, and that's definitely frustrating as a hitter when you have, or a blocker, when you're up. Oh, what a block. But it is still up. That was a stuff block right there by Arcadia Valley. Excuse me.
Good tip. That was Drew Lamandier with the tip right there.
Over to Reynolds. Up. Oh. Arcadia Valley looks like a very scrappy team. A lot of first and second balls over. They're diving all over the place. Haven't seen really the Dragons do too much of that tonight.
Yeah, and Arcadia Valley's got those 2 blockers up there. I think they've got Madison Reynolds' number and are trying to take her out of the equation for St. Genevieve.
Yeah, like I said, they played him earlier this year, and the Dragons' main hitter is Madison Reynolds. You see there, she just kind of has to roll shot it over the block.
Oh, into the net. Courtney Dunsey into the net. Arcadia Valley's point.
And that is another hitting error on the Dragons.
Would you call that a hitting error even though they were in the net?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's considered a hitting error because you're going up in an attempt to.
As that one was, I thought was going to be straight down on St. Genevieve's side, but then again, it hit the net and point St. Gen.
Yeah, with stuff like that, when it comes straight down, like basically on your belly, we call it fish belly, or we did at Rockwood. And, you know, you're just not penetrating the net enough. Great block by Avery Reed. Isn't 16-16 here.
When you have how tall Avery is and how tall Courtney is, it's very easy to get those blocks right there. And like we said, Courtney Dunsey was getting finger after finger on those blocks. As Avery
another
Reed gets
block.
Another one.
Avery Reed coming up big here. Not so much. It's really odd. You usually see Avery as more of an offensive middle and Courtney as more of the defensive middle. But it looks like those roles have flip-flopped tonight.
Yes, it has. Like you said earlier, Courtney Dunsey was served 3 times in a row. Roll shot.
Oh, roll shot.
And Avery Reed did get a finger on it, but it's really hard to defend those when you're going up to try and block them.
Right, the back row, you know, with people as tall as Avery, there's also downsides of that. You can't always see through the block or over the block. You don't really know where that ball's going to go. That is a tight set.
As they were in the net, and it's Arcadia Valley's point.
Another hitting error. Another hitting error.
How many would you say there? 4 or 5 hitting errors on
Yeah, 4 or 5. 2 or 3 out of bounds, and then 2 or 3 in the net. Definitely not the keenest of play here for the Dragons in both games so far tonight. As that one is tight to the net. Reed looks like she wanted to pelt that one into the ground. Oh, maybe a double hit, but Reed, into the net. She wanted to get that one too. That one might have been a 10-foot line kill for Reed. She really got up on that one.
Yeah, and you could tell by the body language she was not happy on that one.
Yeah, that was a beautiful set, beautiful pass. And that was a beautiful opportunity run on 1 ball. Oh, and that is
out.
That is out. Don't see that too often on an overpass, hitting the ball out of bounds. Most time you just want to go right down the middle with those.
Yeah. And I think St. Genevieve, as they go, almost are trying too much.
That ball is out.
St. Jen's point. They were trying too much here earlier in the set, and now they're kind of settling down, getting into their mode so that they can come and win this first set.
Mm-hmm. Arcadia Valley, low. Oh, man. That's exactly what we're talking about, just not being on their toes tonight, coming out flat.
I believe Sam Bumgarner got a finger on it that time, and now we do have a roster for Arcadia Valley.
Awesome.
As that is number 4 back serving for him.
Josie Landrum back to serve. Into the net, another service error. So it's 20-20 here. Drew, without all the errors, what do you think? Who do you think would be winning this game?
Well, St. Gen, like we've been saying, as Rachel Bowman comes in for Sam Bumgarner, they've had about 6 or 7 heading errors. So they could be up 6 or 7, or could be down 6 or 7 with both how they've been going and service errors kind of. how they've been going. So it's really hard to tell what would happen.
Ball is played up. Lamandir with a deep two-hand tip there out to the outside, number 10.
Avery gets another finger on it
That's Jason Brox.
as it's out.
That ball's hit out. Looks like Avery wanted a tip. Looks like someone wanted a tip.
Looks like Coach Hess and Avery wanted a tip as Sam Bumgarner will come back in and Allie Grass will come in for Drew Lallemander.
And this is that rotation for the Dragons that's kind of funky. As number 30, she's not even on the roster.
The libero.
Yeah.
Good play by Avery Reed to recognize that Arcadia Valley was playing a little deep in their secondary and come up with the point for St. Genevieve.
Yeah.
As Courtney Dunsey comes in for Darren Brown.
Definitely the Dragons starting to pick up on Arcadia Valley's weaknesses here. Not a great passing team, not a great hitting team. They're just a scrappy team. They find ways to get the ball over.
Yeah. And find a way to put you on your toes as that one's in.
That ball's in. Flat on their feet again are the Dragons. And that's what Arcadia Valley's been doing, you know, not too strong of a hitting team. They don't have a monster hitter that's going to pound it down on you, but just smart tips and smart spots.
Yeah. As Darren will receive that serve to Sam.
Ooh.
To Courtney, little back. Wow.
I don't know how that got over.
Good play by Courtney Dunsey to get it over, though.
Humboldt. Oh, is she going to get there? She gets there. What a play.
If that was St. John, that'd be SG top 10.
Oh, yeah. That
That's
ball is
out.
out.
That's 3. Like we've been talking about, St. John has not been very consistent on their points or their record this year as St. John takes another timeout.
This is their second timeout.
They went on a run where they had 5, 6 points in a row, and now they're coming back, and Arcadia Valley has had 4 points in a row right here.
Right, if you're the Dragons here, you know, this is the time where senior leadership really shows.
Yes.
No timeouts left in a close game like this, in a big game that matters.
Yes.
You know, you really see people step up and become on-court coaches for both teams.
Yeah, those senior leaders and captains, Darren Brown and Madison Reynolds, have to step up here and tell their team, hey, settle down, kind of go through and make sure you're not doing anything that could jeopardize giving them points, and we win this game.
Right. When you're down by 2 in this situation, you're not really trying to pound the ball into the ground. You're just trying to get it down and get it back over the net. Doesn't really matter how you do it as long as it happens.
Yeah, put Arcadia Valley on their toes or on their heels. If you put Arcadia Valley on your heels, on their heels, you will win this game.
Yeah, I mean, the Dragons they've played halfway decent, I'd say.
Yeah.
Not their best game, but definitely not their worst game.
Exactly.
Room for improvement for sure.
Absolutely.
Both sides. Good pass to the outside. Dunsey, tried to go with a left-handed tip.
Another hitting error on St. Genevieve. That's what, the 7th or 8th one that we've been saying.
Yeah. Can you plug that in?
Yes, sir.
Our Mac here is running low on battery.
Go ahead and get play-by-play. I got this.
All right, so as Humboldt on the swing, great swing, really some velocity behind that one. Set roll shot, no one there again. The Dragons just really falling asleep on defense and covering the net. You don't even see the back row moving at this point. The back row, even though you're in the back row, you still have to cover the net.
Yes, and Jennifer Humboldt has come a long way since the beginning of the season. I think she started every game for St. John, but as a sophomore coming up on the varsity level, it's really hard to get your team role. You're coming up and you're a new player, so it's kind of hard to figure out what your role is on the team, and she's really come a long way this season. Yeah,
the Dragons, just as a team, have come a really long way. I know I had an interview with Coach Hess that I wasn't able to play because it was about the Farmington game, but
I got it.
But, you know, she said this team has come a long way because I asked her about what she thought of the season as a whole and her expectations for next year. She had really high expectations for the team this year. And, you know, they've certainly shown that they are a good team and can be even a great team at sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, this team, their first game against Fox, they played great, got the win. But I believe we won our first 3 games and lost like the next 2 or 3.
Yeah. Like I've been saying, this team has been so inconsistent this year that I think that they could become a really good team and become consistent with what they need to improve on.
Right, and St. John, their overall record on the year was 17 wins, 7 losses, and 3 ties. So, you know, definitely not a terrible record. Definitely not a terrible record, but there's some room for improvement. They could have won some games, you know, definitely that Valley game the other night, Drew, where they lost in 3 sets. Everyone expected St. John to win that game.
Yeah, but Valley has been a lot better this year than what in years past than what they have been.
Yeah, Valley's playing for the tournament conference championship, I should say.
Yeah.
But
they did win the small schools conference championship too.
They did. St. John won the large school, I believe.
Yes, they did. And St. John has come a long way. I mean, last year, no one expected for them to go as far as they did. They lost in the district championship to I believe was it I don't remember. I want to say St. Pius, but I don't think that's right. They did lose in the district championship, but they had some really good players, and Emma Bosler, who was their beast outside hitter. I mean, she'd come up, and I'm telling you, it was harder than Madison Reynolds. I mean, she'd come up and would just destroy the ball and I've seen her knock players back, like
wow,
way backwards. But you lose her and you lose Riley Meyer, who is a great role model for these players. And I thought this team's really good, but they're just, I don't know if they just got some inconsistency that I think they need to get controlled.
Yeah, definitely some inconsistency, but we're going to start the second set here, and I never reset the score, so I will do that right now. As the serve by Arcadia Valley, received by Brown. Great pass. That'll be a 1 ball. Not quite a left. She had her hands together. Roll shot. Good coverage there by Sam Bumgarner. Out to Reynolds. Yes, great swing by Madison Reynolds. She loves to go to that line shot. Does it very, very, very often, but it's always open.
Yes, it is. And St. Genevieve draws first blood in this second set. So kind of twisted the roles here on both teams. Arcadia Valley gets the first point in the first set. St. John gets this first point in the second set. But, again, Arcadia Valley gets this point here.
Yeah, striking right back. Both Lamandier and Brown had a chance to get to the ball on that play, but Brown went down on her knees, and Lamandier just thought it was out. And the serve from number 1, that is Macy Browers for Arcadia Valley. Swing by Reynolds. Played up by the libero to the middle. No touch. Wow. I definitely did not think there was a touch there, Drew.
I did not either. I thought that was more of a tape shot, and Arcadia Valley gets the point.
Yeah, as they will go up 2-1 after a questionable call there by the refs calling a no touch. But definitely didn't. It looked like it was about an inch or two below the tape. Short serve played up there by Reynolds. Go right back out to her. Going to reward her for it. Tried to, but it is played up to the right side. Great set there by the setter to really push that out to the right side. Now to Reynolds again. Over to Dunsey. Played up by Arcadia Valley. This is that scrappiness I'm talking about. Reynolds on the 3, played up by Brown. Very long rally to Bumgarner. It is played up. Libero goes after it, runs out of room. And there is a pursuit rule in high school. Pursuit basically is where you can't run in the stands, or you have to keep one foot, arm, leg, whatever on the playing area.
Yeah, as Darren Brown goes back to serve for St. Genevieve. And
the serve.
Up.
Good serve there, right to the libero. They're going to go to the middle with this. Brown plays it up. Humboldt with the pass. Reynolds with the roll shot. Almost drops. Not quite. Libero on the pipe. Blocked straight down by Avery Reed. What a block by Avery Reed. She is really keening in on the defensive side of things tonight.
Yeah, I think that's about her 4th block in this whole game. She had 3 in a row there in the first set, and now she's had 1 here in the second set, as that was a back row. Really hard play to get a block on, but she did, and it goes for St. Genevieve.
Lamandier will set it out to Reynolds. Reynolds swings, and that will be St. John's point. Arcadia Valley just didn't quite penetrate off the net, and it fish-bellied off of them.
Yeah. As Darren Brown's back to serve again, this could be the 3rd point in a row for St. Genevieve.
She goes to that back corner now, switching things up a little bit. Set to the middle. That is out. A 3rd straight point here for the Dragons. They take a 5-2 lead.
Yeah, St. Genevieve could do some good things with this lead and hopefully win the second set.
They need to win the second set if they want to continue play. To the right side, off of Reynolds. Bumgarner with the set. That'll be to Reed. Reed just drops it over. Some miscommunication there for the Tigers. but the ball is hit by the libero in to Reynolds. Great swing, libero right behind her. Two-handed tip. Humboldt plays it up.
Good play by
Reed,
Drew Lallemand.
great swing by Avery Reed, and
Hitting
that
error.
will count as a hitting error. And the net, 6-2 now.
Good play by Drew Lallemand to even get over there to set it up for Avery Reed to put it down, but St. Genevieve comes back with a point.
Yeah, the thing about these St. Genevieve Dragons, they have two very, very, very athletic siders, and Drew and Sam. Both of them can really get the ball there to the outside.
Avery
To
puts
Reed,
it down.
what a kill. Reed waking up on the offensive side. It is 7-2 Dragons lead now.
Avery Reed is playing both sides of the ball, defensively and offensively, for the St. Genevieve Dragons.
And doing it well at that.
Kind of a bad pass there on Arcadia Valley's part.
Great hustle there as free ball will be sent over by Reed.
A lot of
To
communication.
the middle. Great swing, but Brown right there. Brown stays low. Swing by Reynolds. What a play. What a dig. And on the set there, could have been two. Brown there again. Got to get it over on that one.
Ooh. I think that only hit her wrist. I don't think it hit her other hand.
I don't know, but it didn't look like it hit. Might have ricocheted off one and hit the other. You know, when the ball's moving that quick, it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah.
To Lamandier, she will set out to Reed. Reed. That ball looked like it was going to be out, but Humboldt plays it. Reed again. Reed with the point. The net was shaking there. It looks like Arcadia Valley wanted the call to be in the net, but it looked like that was all ball to me.
I believe it was all ball. Avery Reed has, I think, 4 points in this set. So she's had half of their points here in this set.
Great serve there by Madison Reynolds.
Could really come up with a big win.
That one went off of her hands. It was over to Lamandier, over to Humboldt. Oh,
Wow.
ball is played up. Unbelievable.
St.
But
John's
they will
point.
call in the net. I guess she crossed over the midline.
Does that matter if you cross over the midline?
Yeah, you can't cross over the midline at all. You can't, even when you're going up to hit, it might not look like they're in the net, but if their foot comes down on that midline, it is called in the net.
Isn't there a rule that you can cross on the outside to get to it if it's over here or anything like that?
Yeah, like I said earlier, there's no pursuit rule in high school, or there is a pursuit rule in high school. Not allowed to go out of bounds, but as long as it's in the playable area within, like, reasonable. Like you're not going to run to the other end of the court to go get a ball.
No. But if it's on the outside of the antenna and it doesn't cross on a hit and
on a third hit, right?
On a kind of a shank pass, you can run on the other side of the court
Oh,
and
yeah.
get back over to your teammates.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So, like, if, let's say, Darren shanks a pass and it lands over here by the referee, or it's going over here to the referee, and Drew or Sam hustles over here and gets it, yeah, that's totally fine.
Okay.
I don't think you can cross over where the ref is, though. I believe you can go to her, all the way to her outside shoulder, but it is his or her discretion on that.
Okay.
It differences from ref to ref.
As Madison Reynolds is back to start for St. Genevieve.
A little bit of a gawky pass there over to Reed.
Yes!
Reed with another kill. Avery Reed really turning it on when we need her to tonight.
Oh, yeah. And Madison Reynolds is in the back row this time as she's serving, and Avery Reed's just picking up the slack that she has been putting out there.
Yeah, you got hitting weapons, 2 in the front row and 1 in the back.
Avery gets
tipped.
kind of a tip on it. Out to Jennifer.
Humboldt. Played over. Can only imagine this one's in a tandem there. It looked like a little outside middle tandem. Not quite a tandem, but it looked like Reed wanted the 1. Humboldt came in for the 3. When you're a middle blocker, that is really, really, really hard to pick up on.
Yes, it is. And I think that's what St. Genevieve's most points have come off of. I mean, they sometimes try to go both.
What a play.
Oh, man, that was a great play by Madison Reynolds.
Baumgartner with a great save.
But anyway.
Roll shot. Played up by Lamandier. Out to Humboldt. Oh, and some miscommunication there again by Arcadia Valley. They were really out of funk this set. Humboldt. There's a long rally here to the outside. Played up. Over to Baumgartner. Baumgartner goes line, and it is in. 12-3 now for the St. Genevieve Dragons. This is exactly what we've been talking about.
How many points has this been in a row? I believe that's like 6 or 7, maybe even 8.
I believe it's like 10, or no, we were up 3-2.
Yeah.
And another point, and it looks like Arcadia Valley, it looks like on that one, they just didn't even.
Oh, yeah. But like I said earlier, St. Gen, they bring 2 hitters up to the net, point of contact up to the net, so that it is hard to tell with that middle hitter who's going to hit it.
Yeah.
defensive side, that middle hitter or blocker.
Another block. That was a joint block there by Humboldt and Reed there. Reed, another kill. Avery Reed, 14-3 lead for the Dragons. They have really woken up here.
I think she's had about maybe 7 or
6
8
or 7,
points
yes, just 6 or 7 points
by
this
herself,
set.
By herself.
The serve there by Reynolds, tipped over, played up, great defense. Humboldt, there's a touch to the outside. Oh, and the streak is broken, but that is all right. A massive lead opened up here by the Dragons.
Yeah, but you never know. Arcadia Valley could come back and rally for 10 points and tie this game up real quick, like St. John was down by 7 and came back against Farmington.
Right, you definitely could, but as a former player myself, you know, when you're up by 10 and or when you're down by 10 and you won the first set and the second set, you know, there's nothing in you that needs to go, okay, we need to turn it on now. Blocked. Oh. Brown tries to play it, dives. Looked like she landed a little awkward, but pops right back up. Darren Brown, definitely a tough libero.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You always see her diving and everything. She's trying to stretch out that shoulder now. Drew plays a pass up.
Jennifer
Humboldt,
was tipped.
that was definitely, oh, man. Oh, okay, and now they're going to call a tip. So it'll be 15-5 here. Definitely an obvious tip there.
Oh, yeah.
Both line judges called it, and it is ref didn't even look at either of the line judges for that. I mean, that's what they're there for, to call in or out or touches.
Absolutely. As Rachel Bowman is in to serve for Sam Baumgartner. As we said earlier, her shoulder has been hurting. And
another block by Avery Reed. And a pipe there, Reed. Oh,
that was a
oh
take
yeah,
shot.
she was in the net there.
Yeah.
She was definitely in the net there.
It was either that or a tape shot. I couldn't really tell, but you said
it was a tape shot. It went off the tape, but it might have been because Avery hit the net first.
Okay. St. Genevieve up 15-6 as Allie Grass will come in for Drew Lallemander as another setter in this 6-2 offense.
Allie doesn't really play setter. It's kind of a modified 6-2 here for the Dragons at this point, as you don't really have two setters on the court. Allie more of a hitter, as you have she's actually in front row right now. That's why she's in front of Darren and Madison. You see Sam pushing Avery up to the net. Sam is still back row. Drew really doesn't play front row because of her height. She can't really get up there to hit. But when Drew's in back row, you see 6-2 offense all day.
Oh, yeah.
Great serve there. A lot of ball just kind of knuckled. And that will be a throw.
Lift on Arcadia Valley there. As Courtney Dunsey comes in for Darren Brown. I think it's always kind of funny. The tallest player comes in for the shortest player.
Right, yeah, your libero can't play front row. So what you do, your middles usually are not great passers, and your libero usually is a great passer. So what you'll do is you have your libero play back row for your middles, and your middle play front row for liberos. There's now a set out to Humboldt. Humboldt, great swing. Someone's in the net, St. John point. I need to hear a couple O's from the Arcadia Valley crowd tonight. Don't seem too pleased with the officiating in the second set.
Yeah, St. John's up by 10, 17-7. They've really been showing some domination here in the second set and really want this win bad.
Yeah, this is what me and Drew were talking about earlier, when they can, the difference between a good team and a great team that St. John can be. And that first set, you know, they were a good team. They just didn't, it just wasn't their set.
No, it wasn't.
But this just, it's almost like a turbo mode for St. John.
They've been in this situation before where they need to win this set as Courtney Dunsey puts it right into the net. But they've been in this situation where they've needed to win second sets because their first set isn't always their best set. So they have to win the second set to even get to the third set and maybe win the game. Yeah,
definitely St. John, not a strong starting team, but they are one of the best finishing teams I've seen all year.
St. John's point.
Another in the net call. So when you're on defense, that would not be a hitting error. That would be a blocking error.
Okay.
When you're on defense, when you're hitting and you're in the net, that is a hitting error.
Okay. But still, Arcadia Valley's just giving them points right here.
Yeah, I mean, just useless mistakes, just careless mistakes almost on Arcadia Valley's part. That ball's hit out. That was another hitting error. 19-9, another 10-point lead here for the Dragons. Been around 10 points for the entire set for the Dragons here.
If you eliminate the hitting errors on Arcadia Valley, just like if you eliminate the hitting errors on St. Genevieve's side, you have really close games in the first and second set.
Yeah, both in the first and second set, a few eliminated hitting errors and even a few service errors or a couple service errors and stuff like that. We very possibly could be still playing in the first set with none of that happening, with how evenly matched these two teams are.
Yeah, but like you said earlier, Arcadia Valley doesn't have that spectacular hitter, that spectacular blocker that St. Genevieve has in Madison Reynolds as a hitter, and Courtney Dunsey and Avery Reed joint blocking for St. Genevieve here.
Yeah, blocking has been definitely a strong point of the St. Genevieve defense tonight. Definitely getting some passes up. There have been a few shank passes here and there, but you're going to have that every game.
Oh, yeah.
But blocking, especially Avery Reed.
Oh, man.
She is all over the place tonight, hitting, blocking, even getting an occasional pass here and there, serving even. As now Arcadia Valley has used their second timeout of the set. They have no timeouts left in the set. If we win, we will go to 3 to determine the third place team.
That was more.
That was a tape shot. That was a tape shot.
Then I don't think it would have mattered since we're up by 11 now. But earlier, I just think that they should have been. I think that could have been called for. They should have been.
Now Humboldt with a jump serve. Played up. Ooh, I didn't know if Baumgartner was going to. Reynolds puts it down right on the wrist of the libero. That ball was way out. What a play by Lomadier. She came out of nowhere,
yeah,
Drew.
I didn't see her at all. And then all of a sudden, here you see this Drew Lomadier coming all the way over from the front row to get it back up to her teammates. Another
great
long
defense.
Rally. Another long rally for these teams.
Reynolds puts it down. There was some velocity on that one. That one was smoked. Reynolds really starting to tune in now.
I'll tell you what, I don't think I want to be in front of that when it comes down at you.
Oh, no, definitely you don't. You do not want to be in front of that. Humboldt with another jump serve. Kind of an off-speed jump serve. Usually when you see jump serves, it's people wanting to nail it into the ground. Another great swing by Reynolds, starting to go cross. Good coverage. Not a great pass, but that's all right. Cut her some slack. Setting the libero. She has to stay down in front of that 10-foot line. Out to Reynolds again. Uses the left hand. That will be out. A tight set to the net. And, you know, not much you can do on that when you're a hitter.
Nah, I mean, the set was a little off. And the hitter, you just got to do your best to try and get it over the net and keep it in.
Right. Like most times what right-handed outside hitters will do is they'll just resort to that left hand and just try and get it straight down.
She has been all over the place tonight.
Great hustle. Great play by Darren, but no one's there.
Yeah. Both Drew Almadeer and Avery Reed have been all over the place tonight, just diving for balls and trying to keep it up so that their teammates can get the best possible chance at getting a point.
If the Dragons played like this every game or from every game here on out, I see them being district champs.
Probably. I mean, now that
no more Pius.
Saxony Lutheran earlier, they lost, or was it Pius or Saxony?
I wasn't here.
No, when they the team that moved out of their district.
Pius.
Was it
Pius moved out of our class.
Okay, that's what I couldn't think of. Since Pius won district last year, St. John was second, and they lost to Pius, who was I think who went on to win state.
They did.
And now that they're out of their class, I think it's going to be I think it's going to be a lot easier to win district, but still a hard task.
Right, definitely. But now you're faced with a new obstacle in Windsor.
Oh,
great play by Darren Brown. Windsor, a great team. Still played up. Free ball sent over by the Dragons. Great way to dig that out of the net on the Dragons' part. That ball, great play by Darren Brown, tight to the net. Oh, Reynolds probably should have just popped that one up.
Yeah. Although maybe that was probably a smart play if she gets it over the net. She gets it over the net. Arcadia Valley was not expecting it at all.
Oh, no. Maybe even just a tip over that block.
Yeah.
Dunsey kind of gets behind the ball there, or gets in front of the ball there.
Tip by Dunsey.
Salamandir will be to Baumgartner. Two-handed tip. Great spot. Usually two-handed tips don't work like that because you can read them like a book. But
oh, yeah.
That's a great tip. Great height, great distance, right over the block.
I think being a setter helps them a lot if they do that.
Right, getting that two-handed tip, definitely very deceptive one there. Avery Reed, another block. Or was that Courtney?
No, that was Avery.
That was Avery, that's what I thought.
That was Avery Reed. Another point for St. John and another point for Avery Reed to her impressive total in this second set.
So now set point here for the Dragons. If they win, we will go to 3. And
Shank
we
pass,
are
and that's game.
going to 3, folks. as I believe we're going to try to get an interview on air here, maybe with a football player about tomorrow night's game against Brentwood. This is the last regular season game for the Dragons, as their record stands at 5-3 right now. So we have Brentwood tomorrow, and then I believe we will have districts, a home district game, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. The Dragons football has had once again a very streaky year this year, and I'm sorry that looks like our camera just cut out. I'm going to need to grab the charger for that. So I'm going to look for the charger and try to keep talking.
Here, you can just take mine.
Don't. Where is the camera charger?
Turned off.
Yeah. So Drew's going to look here for the camera charger, and I'm going to give a little interview to Dalton here as he puts his headset on. Well, not much, Dalton. Just kind of up here watching the game. What do you think of the game so far?
First set was not good at all, but we played a lot better the second set, but I still think we got to fix it up, less mistakes.
Right, Dalton, you guys have a pretty big game for football tomorrow. It's your last regular season game, and as a senior, is there any emotion that you're going to have as your last regular season game as a Dragon?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we still have districts playoffs, but just going into that last game, you'll look at it completely different being a senior.
Right. You personally have had a pretty good year this year. On the defensive side, you've had a couple games where you've had, I've heard, 18, 20 tackles.
Yeah, I had 18 versus Central, and then my next highest was 14, I think. And that comes down to our defensive linemen. I give them a lot of respect because without them, I wouldn't be able to do that at all.
Dalton, what are your expectations for the game tomorrow against Brentwood? I was doing some research on them, and it looks like they're 6-1 so far this year.
Yeah, I mean, they do what they do extremely well, and they're fast. And if we do our job, we just fly to the ball, and we'll be all right.
Yeah, good luck tomorrow, Dalton, and thanks for coming up.
Thank you.
So that was Dalton Giesler of St. Genevieve's football team. He's a senior this year. You'll see him playing kind of a wide receiver, tight end combo, and usually outside linebacker?
Inside.
Inside linebacker.
Him and Levi Gons, actually, they have been leading the team in tackles. I believe Dalton has really close to 100 tackles. Levi has over 100 tackles and on the year, and I see that they could be really good all-conference and all-district players this year.
Yeah, definitely. They really anchor that defense. Sitting up in the stands, just watching them. You know, it seems like every other play you hear Levi Gons with a tackle or Dalton Giesler with a tackle. Like he said, he had 18 tackles against Park Hill Central.
Park Hills, and that was just that game.
That was a real gut wrencher for the St. Gen faithful. Really wanted to beat Central.
Yeah, I played and I started on that defensive line that he was talking about, and that was just a gut-wrenching reaction to lose 8-7 to a Park Hills team.
You know, Park Hills is almost a lethal team. You always see them running up scores against around local teams. You guys actually lost to them last year in district championship, I believe, and it's only by a touchdown.
Yeah.
And you guys beat them in the regular season.
Yeah, we beat them by 3 touchdowns in the regular season, but then lost to them by a touchdown in districts. Yeah,
so definitely. I hope to see you guys play them again, maybe try and get some revenge.
That's what our goal is. Our goal is as a team to get to that district championship, but first win these couple games to get to the district championship.
Do you guys have, to kick off districts, do you guys have a home football game?
Yes. Well, depends on if we win tonight or tomorrow night. If we win, I think our first round will definitely be a home game because the first 4 we have 8 teams in our district.
Right.
The first 4 teams will host.
The top 4 seeds,
Top 4 seeds will host, and then those other seeds will not play home until
they play a lower seeded team, right?
Well, until we play sectionals. Sectionals, our district is an even district, so this year being an even year, we host districts.
Oh, okay. I understand.
Or host sectionals.
I understand.
So when we played sectionals against John Burroughs, I think in 2011, 12 maybe.
Wow.
We were in an odd district then. We changed districts since then.
Mm-hmm.
So we played John Burroughs at their place because they're in the odd district and we're in the even district.
John Burroughs is a very solid team. But we're going to kick back here to the volleyball game as, once again, Arcadia Valley draws first blood.
It almost seems like the team that gets the first point wins the set.
Right, that's what it's been so far here in this game. I don't remember the.
Oh
man, Reynolds really got on top of that ball, but just a little too much. Not quite on top of it as he'd like to be.
Yeah, but other than that, St. John has played a really good game.
Yeah, the Dragons played a really good game, and very scrappy defense on both sides of the ball.
Yeah. Good play by Drew Lalamander to get it out of the net.
And to avoid that big scoreboard up there that hangs down. Dunsey blocked, but it is down on the Arcadia Valley side as a St. John point as St. John gets on the board here.
Yeah, and St. John goes down 2-0 early. Kind of seeing them showing a little bit of emotion there, kind of trying to tell the team, hey, we got to get back in this, but now they scored a point and can relax.
Ooh,
but
that ball was straight down. That was a great swing. I believe, was that number 18? No, that was number 4.
Four.
Number 4, that is Josie Landrum of Arcadia Valley. Or no, yeah, it is number 4.
Kind of a shank pass, but
gets it back in.
Lord.
What a play by Drew Lalamander to keep the ball alive.
SG top 10 nominee.
Maybe, yeah, we will have, it might be a little late right now, but definitely on our next episode of SG Top 10. You guys haven't seen the first one yet, but we have great things coming for you guys out of the sports broadcasting class started this year. A lot of good ideas, as there have been rumors of even a talk show.
Yeah, and I think we are going to start that. It might be a couple weeks, but we are going to start that since the kind of rotation between volleyball and football and cross country goes into basketball and wrestling. So it'll be different. It'll be nice, I think.
Oh, what a play by Lalamander. Almost like a James Bond kind of roll after it. What a play.
Maybe another St. Genevieve top 10.
Right. If you guys don't know what SG Top 10 is, we're taking the top 10 plays of the year so far and putting them all of the plays from this year. There have been tons of great plays through football, volleyball, golf, cross country. I'm missing a big one.
I don't know.
Powder puff even. Softball, that's what it is. That ball is out 4-3 here for the Tigers. So basically what we're going to do, I believe we will have the episode out either tomorrow or Saturday. And it will be posted to YouTube, I believe. So if you want to see the top 10 plays of the year so far, definitely watch that. That will be on the SG Dragon TV YouTube channel, the same ones that these live streams are on.
Yes, it has. And
that was a great play there by Brown.
I will tell you after this point.
A long rally here again. Set to the middle, high 2. Oh, just a little bit of shank pass. Looked like a little one-armed pass there by whoever passed that ball. I believe that was Drew.
Yeah, but St. Genevieve sports broadcasting class is rumored to trying to come up with a talk show, like you said earlier, and I believe we're going to call that SG Now.
Yeah, SG Now is one of the names we've kind of tossed around for it. We don't really have a set name for it yet.
Yeah.
We kind of threw it together. I'm not trying to brag on myself here, but it was my idea, and you know, we just kind of threw it together. I just had this idea. I was like, well, what if we do like an ESPN type show, like a sports center? And
not copyright though.
Schweiss was like, you know, let's do it. Like, that's a great idea. Let's do it. But I believe our first episode is going to be going into districts, or that's what we're going to aim for.
Yeah, definitely. As this is another long rally, but
Arcadia Valley comes out on top of the point as they will take the lead now, 6-5 here in the second set.
But Arcadia Valley was up 4-1 at one point, so St. John has come back with points, consecutive points, and now they are down again.
Yeah, you know, just kind of the theme of tonight is the streakiness and consistency of St. John's team. And it looks like Allie Grass is now setting as, great pass there by Reed, straight down. Avery Reed continues her hot streak.
Man, she's one of those players that she'll get on a hot run every once in a while. And when she does, you better watch out because she'll put up 3, 4, 5, 6 points in a row up on you.
Right. She was second on the team actually in kills behind Madison Reynolds with 188 kills on the season.
Dang, that's a lot of kills.
In 27 games, she averaged 3.1 kills per set.
That is a lot of – I think that's a big number.
Yeah, I mean, 3.1 kills per set, and I haven't even looked at the blocking. If we look at the blocking, I almost guarantee you it's a block or 2 per set.
As Rachel Bowman is back to serve again for St. Genevieve.
Who scored that last point?
St. John.
St. John did.
And now Arcadia Valley comes and puts another point up on the board.
So 7-7 here. Dragons are the home team, I guess.
Yes, they are.
And I'm looking for the blocking stats here.
As I believe that's Josie Landrum back to serve for Arcadia Valley, number 4.
Yeah, I found him
Avery
here.
Reed tries to put it down, but it is blocked by Arcadia Valley.
Avery with 0.7 blocks per set. So if you look at a game, that's at least 1.4 blocks a game. Oh, it is up, but Humboldt just couldn't quite guide that one through.
Yeah.
As back to Avery Reed. That's like, what, like 4 points a game?
Oh, yeah. Easy.
So 3 kills a set plus 0.7. That's 3.7. Multiply that by 2 or 3. You're looking at about a 7 or 10 point performance just from Avery Reed.
Yeah, and like
great tip there.
Like she had last set. I believe she had 6 or 7 points, maybe even more last set in the second set.
Humboldt. Oh, great play by Arcadia Valley. Now they just got to get the ball over. They get it over. It's tight to the net. Could have been a throw. Could have been a throw. Coach Jessica has definitely wanted the throw. You saw her kind of acting like she was throwing a baseball there.
What classifies a throw?
When it looks like you grab the ball or like you palm the ball and you throw it instead of actually hitting it with your palm.
Gotcha.
Drew saves the ball. Humboldt sends over a free ball into that deep right corner. That ball is out. So now the Dragons will get back on the board, 9-8. I don't know if we're going to 15 or 25 this set, Drew, but from what we've seen so far, we might see it go over the 25 or 15 points.
As Avery Reed's back to serve. A little miscommunication there on Arcadia Valley as they do get it over, though.
As tight to the net. You're going to have to get it over. And they do not. Definitely hard when you're a setter to get those passes that are tight to the net if you can get them up or not. It's definitely a hard thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
So now Libero back to serve for Arcadia Valley. Serves it to Reynolds. Over to Dunsey. Dunsey hits it cross court, but number 13. That is Brianna Landrum there. Ooh, there's 2 Landrums. I wonder if they could be related.
Blocked.
Blocked. Darren Brown there for the coverage. Great coverage, tight to the net. Drew punches it over.
We've seen some really good play by Drew Lalamadir here in this game.
It's kind of the juniors carrying the team.
Good play by Arcadia Valley. Both diving and both getting it so that they could get it over.
Another long rally here. You got to imagine those are some tired legs out there.
Oh, yeah.
Great pass by Darren Brown. Humboldt with a little bit of a change up to the outside again. Tipped. Humboldt there on the coverage. You can see over to Lamandir.
Kind of a knuckle hit right there. Kind of knuckled as she hit it.
That ball is out, so the rally will end in a St. Genevieve point. 10-9 now the score. That was a very, very long rally.
Oh, yeah, and now you got to catch your breath and stay out there for this next point and hopefully get the point and tie this game up.
Right. Humboldt with the serve, right to the libero. The Dragons like to serve the ball right down the middle. You don't see too many teams do that too often.
Yeah.
As that ball was hit in, that was a beautiful line shot there by the outside hitter.
Yeah,
that was number 10, it looked like, Jasa Brox.
I think Jennifer is kind of working on that jump serve like you said earlier. Now she's not really doing it because it could mean that she's not ready to come out in a close game and start doing that. Since they were up by a couple of points, quite a bit of margin last set, I think she was just trying to work on it, get better at it, so that next year she can come back and use it.
Right, you don't see too many jump servers from the St. Gen team, and when you do, it's usually when we're up by 7 or 8 points
now
at
here's
least.
Kind of a jump serve. I mean, it's not really a jump serve. It's more of a knuckle.
That is more of a jump float serve, which is a bit contradictory to what it says, but great swing, and that will tie the game up. Madison Reynolds really coming alive here.
Yeah, she's starting to wake up here, and it's not just Avery putting up the points. Madison Reynolds does, and all the St. Gen players.
Great serve by Lamandir there. Just barely got over the tape. As that will be a little bit of a punched roll shot out to Reynolds. Reynolds, that ball is in. Great line shot. Oh, they're calling the touch on it, but that was a great line shot by Madison Lane. Line shot. I've been doing a lot of talking tonight.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll just go on to the next point.
Yeah, as St. Genevieve gets another point and gets another lead.
The ball is played up. Humboldt hustles after it but can't get to it.
And I think I know I have counted at least 4 different lead changes in this third set.
Yeah.
So they're both really even matched teams.
Right. Arcadia Valley more of a passing, scrappy, get the ball over team. And St. Gen's more of a 3-hit, we're going to slam the
Oh,
ball
yeah.
down on you kind of team.
Shove it down your throat, try and get the point on you.
Right, but Arcadia Valley will take the lead. A 13-12 lead now. That'll be back to Humboldt in the back row. A tape shot comes down right on top of number 10.
Tipped.
It is up, but no one can get there. Just couldn't quite get the ball up enough. 14-12 now.
Will we know if we go to 15 or 25 here? Do you know?
Yeah, we'll find out.
Here shortly. Oh, shank pass. Game. Nope, not
Nope,
game.
not quite. It definitely looked like it from the way the Arcadia Valley Tigers reacted.
That's where I was going off, and I guess they'll play to 25.
Yeah, we will play to 25 here. Most time when you see 15, it's not in as big of a game as this one, like a third-place conference game.
Probably.
Straight down, and you're probably going to see a timeout from Coach Hess here.
And she calls it.
That's exactly what happens. Coach Hess, if you're her in this point, you got to be telling them, like, okay, girls, we just need to get the ball over. Don't worry about how you get it over. Just let's get it over. Let's maybe even send a first or second ball over at this point.
And St. John just needs to capitalize on
free balls.
Oh, yeah. Arcadia Valley has sent over, I believe, like 4 free balls, and St. John just doesn't capitalize on them.
Yeah, you definitely – it's called a free ball for a reason, much like a free throw in basketball. That's the point when you really have to capitalize. I mean, it's just a simple pass over. It might be a little difficulty based on where it's placed, but you really, really, really got to capitalize on those free balls, and St. John has not done that so far in the third set.
No, they haven't. As they come out of the timeout, it is Arcadia Valley 16, St. Genevieve 12, Arcadia Valley by 4.
As Arcadia Valley, that is number 1. Macy Browers serves it to Humboldt. She will go outside to Reynolds. Reynolds, played up. More of a defensive play there by the libero. Touch played up by Humboldt again. Lamandier out to Reynolds. They've been setting her a lot tonight.
Yeah.
Dunsey, whiffs on the block. Out to Reynolds again. But
yes!
That one will drop. Third time's the charm. And it is now a 3-point lead here for the Arcadia Valley Tigers, as it looks like Avery Reed will come in for Courtney Dunsey here to man the middle.
Yeah, as Darren Brown is back to serve for St. Genevieve.
Brown, just a simple little float serve. That's tight to the net. That's going to be a free ball sent over. And a blocked free ball there by the Dragons. You practically never see a blocked free ball.
I have been watching volleyball for a long time. I don't really know the terms of it, but I have been watching it. I've never seen that before.
Yeah. Gets a hand on it. Humboldt plays it up. Over to Reed. Reed.
Yes.
Another kill by Avery Reed. She has brought the Dragons back into this game. 16-15 now, Arcadia Valley. 3 straight points here scored by St. Genevieve.
Oh, yeah. And St. Genevieve has been capitalizing now on Arcadia Valley errors. Arcadia Valley hasn't been really consistent, same as St. Genevieve, but as that, no communication at all
and
from
a little
Arcadia Valley.
Body language there from number 4. That is Josie Landrum. Just the body language for this whole Arcadia Valley team starting to tell they're getting frustrated down there, giving up 4 straight points.
They were in the lead for
outside to
most
Landrum.
of this.
Landrum blocked, and St. John takes the lead. Guess who's there on the block?
Avery
Reed.
How many points do you think she has in this game?
And the game in its entirety?
Entire game.
Oh, man, Drew, it's hard to tell. I mean, I'm going to say at least 10.
Maybe even more.
Yeah,
she had about
definitely
8.
more.
She had about 8 in that second set.
Yeah, and I know she's had at least 3 or 4 here, so I'm going to go tops probably around 17 or 18 points just by herself.
She didn't have very many in the first set because that was more Courtney Dunsey, Madison Reynolds kind of coming together and getting points. But Avery Reed, from the second set on, has just been on fire.
Yeah, she's been on fire. It's almost like in 2K when you get those double circles.
Yeah.
That was always a joke with our men's team back at Rockwood. As a timeout here is their Arcadia Valley's first timeout of the set. Just trying to get back on the right track here for Arcadia Valley. 5 straight points by the Dragons here.
I was actually just to make a point about that until I started coughing everywhere. Yeah, St. Genevieve, 5 straight points. They were down by, I think, 4 or 5 and came back and now is winning.
Darren Brown with the serve. As you see, Farmington players and coaches kind of walking past us. Great pass by Darren Brown. Over to Reed. Reed,
Block!
Avery Reed with the block. Wow, what a block. 18-16 now for the Dragons. Avery Reed is on fire tonight.
She's just a stud tonight. This is the best I have seen her play, and
All year.
I have not.
Guess who's there again? That was kind of both of them, but
We'll give it to her.
wow, Avery Reed. If you're Arcadia Valley, you're thinking, how can we shut her down?
Oh, yeah. They've mostly been going against Madison Reynolds. Now they have to worry about Avery Reed and Madison Reynolds in this set.
Right, and it's not like Courtney Dunsy's a slouch when it comes to hitting either.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
Another touch there by Reed as Brown out to Reynolds. Is blocked, but Arcadia Valley in the net. 8 straight points here by the Dragons.
Oh, my Lord. This game could have gone Arcadia Valley's way. They were up 4-1.
And another timeout here used by Arcadia Valley. This will be their second one of the set, their final timeout of the game.
Oh, yeah. Like I was saying, they were up 4-1. Could have easily put more points up there and won this game really early, I think. But St. John shows their poise and is coming back and scored, like you said, 8 straight points to come ahead in this game.
And that goes along with our theme of tonight, streakiness and consistency.
Yeah. If St. John shows their consistency like they showed in the second set, like they're showing here right now, they could be, that's the difference between, like you said, a good team and a great team.
Right, St. John, the second, I'd say about 10 points into the second set until now, they've been just a brand new team from what we've seen all year.
If they played like this against Farmington, I think it could have been another blowout.
Oh, yeah. Farmington definitely played great. All props to them.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
good luck to them in the conference championship against Valley Catholic. So now the set over to Arcadia Valley. No net call. Looked like choosing the net there, but that will break the streak of St. John points as it is now a 20-17 lead as number 10. Jasa Brox will go back to serve for the Tigers.
Good timeout by the Arcadia Valley Tigers. They needed to come together and get more focused on this in this third set.
Great pass there. Goes to the outside. Drew Lamondier there. Allegrass with the set. Avery Reed, that ball is out. Very close there, but it's still a 2-point lead here for the Dragons. As I haven't seen Sam Bumgarner on the court in quite a bit.
No, I haven't.
It looks like they're utilizing Allegrass as that second setter.
Yeah.
Like we said, Sam's having troubles with her shoulder. We're wishing her a speedy recovery.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. They're gonna need her in the
in districts.
Oh, absolutely.
That 6-2 offense that St. John runs, it can be potent at times.
Oh yeah.
To the outside, Brown right there over to Lamondier, outside to Reynolds. Oh, just didn't get high enough on the ball. Let it come down a little bit. It is now a 1-point lead for the Dragons. 3 straight points given up.
Yeah, and Arcadia Valley could come back, and St. John I think they need to get a point here.
Avery Reed
yes!
down, and Avery Reed again with another kill. Avery Reed, I just saw her smile down there on the court. She is really feeling it tonight.
Oh, man, absolutely. I don't know how she was against Farmington because I wasn't here, but in this game she has just been phenomenal.
Madison Reynolds with a service error, and you can tell she is not happy with that serve she just had.
Yeah.
Not too great of a toss, wasn't too high of a toss. And that's one thing about just a step serve. You have to get a high enough toss.
Absolutely.
She gets the pass up to the outside. Humboldt. Oh, Humboldt kind of drills that one. This is now a tie game here for the Dragons. You might see a timeout from Coach Hess here soon, especially if Arcadia Valley goes up here.
Absolutely.
I say if Arcadia Valley scores here, there will be a timeout.
Absolutely. That's what I would do if I was Coach Hess.
Played up tight to the net by Grass. She is front row. She can send the ball over on a jump. As that is a little bit of a roll shot, just trying to get the ball over to Reed. Reed off the block, 22-21 Dragons. This is a real nail-biter game. I see the Spirit crowds kind of slim down a little bit, but they are staying here for
absolutely.
Their fellow classmates, peers.
And I think Coach Jessica Hess is really happy with what, I mean, I think she's really happy with how her team is playing right now. There's Sam Bumgarner coming back into the game.
Sam Bumgarner coming back to the game. It looks like you can just kind of tell she's kind of hanging that lower, that right shoulder a little lower.
But
great serve there.
Like I was saying, she has Avery Reed for another year. Avery Reed is only a junior.
Not even going to try to go after that one. 23-22 Dragons back and forth all night here.
Yes, it has been. But like I was saying, she's got Avery Reed for another year.
Yeah.
Avery Reed's a junior.
And with Drew and Jennifer, she has for 2 more years.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
She has a couple people on the bench. Kylie Solkowski. There's a couple underclassmen that she's pulled up.
Avery,
Blocked by Courtney
Dunsey.
Dunsey. And it is game point here for the Dragons. If they score here, they will get 3rd place in conference, which is quite an accomplishment considering who is in this conference.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I mean, you look at it. You have Valley. You have Farmington. You have
Blocked,
and that is it. St. John comes back and wins the last 2 sets, and that will be the game. Your 3rd place conference winners this year are your St. Genevieve Dragons.
Yeah, that was a really good game. In the first set, it was a little shaky. I mean, Arcadia Valley came out really well. St. Genevieve kind of back on their heels. Second set, St. Gen, very first parts of the second set, still back on their heels. But then I don't know what happened between the 10th point of the second set and till now. St. Genevieve just came roaring and just put it away.
Yeah, and we might try to get an interview with Coach Hess or maybe even a player.
I will try to get Coach Hess. We might even get Darren Brown or Madison Reynolds come up.
Avery Reed. I think Avery Reed
definitely
has to be man of the match here.
Oh, yeah. Is that what it is?
No, I just came up with that. That's a FIFA term.
Gotcha.
So now they will receive their plaque. The
all
seniors receiving, all 4 of the seniors receiving the plaque as so they will get a plaque for their regular season conference championship now, their large school conference championship. So 2 plaques awarded here tonight to the St. Genevieve Dragons. If you're Coach Jessica Hess, you have to be thinking this is quite an accomplishment.
Oh, absolutely. And they've come a long way as a team and as individual. They've all come a long way from the beginning of the season. Yeah,
they really have. Like me and Drew have been saying at the beginning of the year, they really, no one really knew what to expect. They lost a few big seniors, like you said, Emma Bosler, Riley Meyer.
Some of the seniors are kind of slipping my mind right now, but all of them.
Natalie Engel.
Yeah, they were all great factors, big factors in getting to the district championship last year. And now no one knew what really to expect. And this 3rd place team now for St. Gen just really came along.
I'm trying to get an interview with Avery. You got it? All right, so now Drew is going to sign off here. And after the school song here, he is going to try and get Avery Reed up here for an interview. Great all-around match by both teams. You know, props to Arcadia Valley. They played a great game tonight. I wasn't here for the game against Valley, but Valley, a very, very tough team considering the size of the school. And, you know, just everything about Valley, they seem to be good at just about everything, you know. Wishing luck to both the Farmington Knights and Valley Catholic Lady Warriors here in this conference championship game. Valley won the small school regular season conference championship, and Farmington finished 22-8. I'm not sure what place they finished in their I believe their large school conference, but you have to imagine it's definitely up there. Seeing how they played against St. Gen, both the first game of the year and here in this conference tournament. But Drew is going to head down and try and get an interview with Avery after Coach Hess talks to her team. And if you're Coach Hess, you got to be saying, great job, ladies. You know, we might have lost that first set, but it looks like that was almost erased from their mind right after. Like, as soon as the second set started, it looked like they completely wiped that first set from their minds, and they were a whole new team from then. They opened up a 14-4 lead against Arcadia Valley in the second set, and the second set was a blowout. It was 25-13 was the final score. But then in this third set, Arcadia Valley really woke up, and they really woke up and made it a lot closer than expected than everyone. With Avery. So I have Pael here. She's trying to shut me down, but that's not going to happen because we're going to get an interview with Avery or someone. It looks like they're going to get a picture with the plaque, and then someone will come up. But as we transition from fall sports into winter sports, things to watch out for in the winter sports, you have girls and guys basketball. Guys basketball winning districts, I believe, last year for the first time in a very, very long time. They lost a couple big seniors, though. Nate McClin, Morgan Shank, Zach Rhodes, all three seniors. Very key players on that team. Not really sure what to expect from guys basketball this year, but it should be a good year. You got a lot of good returning players. You have Trevor Drury, you have Gabe Grimminger, Drew Toombs, Dalton Giesler. Dalton Giesler had a couple double-doubles last year. Very solid year for, or everyone expecting a very solid year from the guys basketball team this year. Same thing with girls basketball. I'm not sure how they finished last year, but a couple big returning players. You have Madison Reynolds, arguably the best player on the team. You have Courtney Dunsey, Avery Reed. You have Addie Stiegel, Maddie Helms, Darren Brown, Kylie Kennard. Pretty much the whole team returning besides Riley Meyer and Natalie Engel. So definitely some things to watch out for. Definitely should be an exciting winter sports season. As Drew is trying to get Avery up here, but it looks like Avery's talking to her mom right now.
Yeah, and we will get an interview with Coach Hess, I believe. I kind of lost her where she went.
I think she went back in the locker room back there, but it looks like Avery is making her way up here now. As we're going to give her an interview after the great game she had tonight. She really turned it on in that second set. As we're going to find out what her thoughts were and everything tonight. Oh, we don't have any questions right now. This is all
live.
So we have Avery Reed here now, arguably the man of the match. As Avery, what was your mindset going into the second set after losing the first one?
Well, we really wanted to communicate more, and we really weren't pumped up much. We felt kind of, I don't know, we weren't getting excited, and so we wanted to change that.
Avery, you really turned it on the second set. You had, 5 or 6 blocks and alongside 5 or 6 kills. Like what in your mind were you like, I need to turn it on, or like what clicked in your mind to make you go off on a run like that?
I feel like getting more excited really helped me get pumped up a little, and I tried to get the team pumped up, and I think we did better towards the end of the game, and it was fun.
Yeah, we're going to go back to that game against Farmington really quick. How did that loss against Farmington really fire you guys up for this game against Arcadia Valley?
Well, that wasn't what we were expecting, and we really wanted to play Valley again, but we put it in the past and we focused on the game against Arcadia Valley, and we really wanted to get third, so that's what we did.
Go ahead, Troy.
What can we look forward to in the district tournament?
Well, I hope we can play harder than we did, and we got one bad game out of the way, so I hope that doesn't happen in districts. We can get excited and play hard.
All right, thank you, Avery.
You're welcome.
And we will get an interview with Coach Jess Hess of the St. Genevieve Dragons as she gets done with her interview over there.
And good game tonight, Avery. And she now it's Farmington against Valley Catholic. Best of luck, like I've said several times to both these teams. Both great teams. Both have beaten St. Genevieve so far this year. Farmington split 1-1 with them. Won one, lost one, and I believe we only played Valley once this year.
Yes,
we might have played them in the Jamboree.
I don't.
But that doesn't count as a game.
I don't remember.
But Valley did beat St. Gen at Valley earlier this year, not too long ago. I believe it was only about 10 days ago. In 3 sets. Definitely a match that everyone thought St. Gen was going to win, but Valley came out with the upset at home.
Yeah, and St. Gen really rebounded. After losing the game to Farmington, you could have just said, yeah, we're done, guys. Great tournament as we won against Central and I don't remember who the other team was, but great tournament.
North County.
Yeah, North County. Great tournament. They could have just said we'll just go to the district tournament and hopefully win that one, but no, they came back and won a really big game against Arcadia Valley, who both teams were really evenly matched on both sides.
Yeah, definitely a great game from both sides. Arcadia Valley really fired up after losing to Valley in that first set, but then that second set they looked like they got a little cocky and just assumed that they were going to win that one. So, and then that kind of carried into the third set, especially late in the third set. They went up 21-20, I believe. The final score is 25-22 St. Gen.
Yeah, and Arcadia Valley is one of those teams where they're scrappy. I mean, they will go for it, and they will try their best to get the ball over the net in 3 hits or less, and like in volleyball. But like you have to in volleyball, but they will do their best to more than likely either get the win with just straight scrappiness, or just hope for the best?
Right.
Really get my thoughts there.
I'm not sure if Arcadia Valley is in our district or not.
I don't believe so.
They're considered a small school, right?
Yes, sir.
Arcadia. So the small schools.
No. Wait. Yeah, they are. They had to. They lost to Valley Catholic.
So small schools, you have Valley. You have, I believe, Valley Caledonia is a small school.
Has to be. Yeah.
And then you have Arcadia Valley, and then I'm gonna go. It looks like there were 10 teams here. Yeah, 10 teams. So we have 2 more. I'm gonna go Bismarck and maybe even Kingston.
Kingston, yes. I don't know about Bismarck.
Bismarck, because the other 5 schools, you have Fredericktown, which is a pretty
big school,
and then you have Parkway Central. Me and my Rockwood mine. You have Park Hills Central, Farmington, North County, Potosi, and then St. John.
Yeah, as we do have Jessica Hess here joining us for an interview, and that was a really big game that you guys played against Arcadia Valley there. What are your thoughts?
We played much better against AV than we did Farmington. Farmington was a little slow. We weren't playing our normal fast-paced game, and it's going to take your A game to be, and play where we're at in the season now.
Coach, you had after losing that first set, what did you tell your team going into that second set?
I told them the same thing I've told them, pretty much all night. They need to get the passes there. We need to run our offense. And mainly, we weren't communicating well together. And I said we have to talk more, and that's something easy to fix.
I interviewed you the other day, and I asked you about districts, but I wasn't able to play the interview. So we're going to get it live now. What can we expect from the volleyball team in districts?
We play Monday at 6:30 against North County. If we win, then we'll go on to we'll keep going on further. Windsor's the top seed in district, so hopefully we'll meet up with them again.
No Pius this year. What are your thoughts on that?
They're a great team. I like to play them. It's always a fun game, but I'd rather take on Windsor than Pius.
All right, Coach. One last question here. We have Valley against Farmington, 2 teams you have lost to this year. Who are you wishing luck to this game?
I wish them both well. May the better team win.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
All right.
Good
Thanks.
game tonight.
Bye.
So that is basically going to wrap up our broadcast here tonight, as we've been on the air for quite a bit. So I'm Troy Johnson with Drew Toombs, and we are signing off.
See you later.